best friends. I am driving down the road in Georgia. We are officially on our way home. Can you believe it? Me either. We are on our way home, besties. I love the names that Georgia has for everything. It's like peach tree, sugarloaf, sweet water, like all these like sweet, delicious, yummy names. But yeah, so we are officially on our way home. Charles is going to sleep next to me, so you may hear him snoring in a minute. And Rosie's behind me munching away on something. She's muncharooniing on something. But I'm just driving all by myself. Ooh, somebody just got into an accident-a-roo. That's why you gotta be careful. Oh, snapperoonie. It sucks right in the middle of everything, too. That's dangerous. Hopefully everybody pays attention and nobody else hits them. Oh, boy. Yeah. I tell you what, that story I told you earlier in my last video about this person should be in jail, that video, I've been thinking some mean thoughts about that person, that man. I have. And I've been trying to be gentle and be like, I don't know what's going on with him, but I literally would not be surprised if he was killing cats and people and dogs and stuff. Like, that's a bad person. Very bad. So, I've been having some mean thoughts about that. I would say I'm working on that, but I'm not. I'm just being honest with you. I am definitely the most mucusy that I have been yet on this trip. My illness is getting worse. It's honestly not so bad. Like, before, several days ago, it was like chills and headache and like this horrible, pain in my temples and just being so cold and so hot and having a fever. And that was bad. Definitely worse than this, but this is just, I'm so mucusy, you guys. Like, green, hard, gross, bad mucus. Love you. Sorry, I won't talk about it anymore, but it's like bad news bears. Super bad. And it's gotta come out. Like, I have to just blow my nose constantly, because if I just like suck it back in, it comes back out like in a cough. It's so freaking gross, you guys. But we are driving. We're gonna try to make it to St. Louis tonight, at least. We left earlier than I expected. I honestly didn't expect us to leave till like 2 p.m. just because we had so much packing up to do and we did not want to do it. And I thought that we would like eat breakfast before 9 and then just be like lazy and packing up slow until, like noon or 2 p.m. because we did have a late checkout today at 2 p.m. But no, we ended up actually being out of there by, I don't know what time it was, because I think the time on my phone is different, or the time on my car is different than the actual time. I'm not 100% sure. I thought it was 9:30, but that would mean we've been on the road for an hour and a half, and we've only been on the road for like an hour 15. I don't know. Either way, we were on the road before 10 a.m. and we've been driving for, that's weird. Maybe 10:30 then, because yeah, it said 9:30 in the car. I don't know. Either way, bestie, it doesn't matter. We've been on the road for a little over 40 minutes, and we've got 7 hours and 26 minutes left on the calendar, the calculator, the countdown. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was just telling CJ what always used to bug me when I was in a relationship with somebody who was in the Air Force. It always bothered me when people would call him like say that he was in the army or say that he was a soldier. And I was like, but it's so true. Like, when you're in the military, people automatically assume you're in the army and you're a soldier. Like, even though your title, like his title would have been an airman. Or if you're in the Marines, you're a Marine. Or if you're in the Navy, you're, what are you, a seaman, I think? I'm not sure. But, see, even I don't know. But, like, it just bothered me. Because I was like, he's literally not in the army. Are there any other things that bother you like that, where it's just like, it really, you have no place being bothered by it, but you're still just like, ugh, so annoying. So annoying. Yeah, it's like that with little, like with English things too. Things that just like have no business bothering me as much as they do totally bother me. Like, specifically things like when CJ is not a great speller, and he'll say woman and women, like, as the same thing. He'll always spell it WOMEN. So he'll be like, you're a beautiful woman. And it drives me so nuts, because he's trying to give me a compliment and be like, oh my God, you're such a beautiful, strong, amazing woman. But I read it as women because that's what he's writing. And I'm always just like, oh my God. And it takes everything in me to just respond and say thank you, instead of saying, you spelled that wrong, you fucking you just like get mad. But I just say thank you. And I know that not everybody is a good speller. Oh, that sound is Rosie's unicorn. She got a unicorn at an antique store for $10, brand new with tags. It lights up and it makes a sound every time you touch it. You can shut it off, but she has it on right now. And I saw that it's the FAO brand, FAO Schwartz, or FAO Schwartz, however you pronounce it. And I was like, that's a really good brand. Let me see how much this sells for. And it sells at Target for $20. And we got it new with tags at the antique store for $10. So that was pretty cool. And I've gotten some good antique jewelry. I went down some deep dives yesterday, learning more about it. And I'm so excited to like go home and check all my other antique and vintage pieces to see like where it's from and if it's marked and signed and like who's it signed by and where is it from. I'm just so excited to learn about it. But yeah, it's just another, I told CJ, I was like, not to worry, it's just another rabbit hole for me to fall down for a couple of months. Nothing serious. Just a new thing to obsess about, spend too much money on and too much time on. I can totally do that. I'll do that all day long. Yeah, it's only 55 here. People are just up my ASS. I'm actually going to set my cruise control because I am not about to get pulled over. Not me. Other people can get pulled over. Other people can get into accidents. Not this girl. Not your girl, Brooke. So because this is just as much for you as it is for me, I'm going to give you a second here. Whether you type it in the comments below, you say it out loud, or you just say it in your head, I'm going to give you a few seconds of silence to... Oh, now it says the speed limit is 65. What is that about? But I'm going to give you a few minutes, or not minutes, but seconds to just tell me about what's going on with you. How you're feeling about yourself, how you're feeling about this time of year, how you're feeling about everything going on. Just let it out, okay? You don't have to comment it if you don't want to. I would love to see it. I would love to see it in the comments. But just tell me. Get it out. I'll be quiet for a second. Sometimes it's not easy to just say it to the void, but at least you can say it to me. So go ahead. What else? How do you feel about that? That's not a feeling. Go to the feeling wheel. therapist used to always tell me that. She'd be like, Brooke, that's not a feeling. Go to the feeling wheel. And she would have like this feeling wheel printout. And she would tell me to actually identify like a real feeling. If I was just like, if she said like, how are you feeling about that? And I'd be like, bad, you know, or good. She'd be like, good is not a feeling. Sorry, I'll shut up. Go ahead. Well, if you need more time, feel free to pause. I'm not trying to cut you off. Okay. Yeah, definitely feel free to pause it if you need more time to type, if you need more time to think, if you need more time, whatever. You just go ahead. I'm here to listen. And I know that sometimes, like, it feels silly to be like, oh my God, like I have nobody to talk to, so I'm talking to like this, I'm talking to myself, to my phone, you know, or to some stranger on the internet. But other times it's like, damn, I don't have anybody else to talk to about this. I can't talk to my husband, I can't talk to my wife, can't talk to my best friend, or like for me, in my case, whenever I have something that I have to talk about that I like can't talk about with CJ or whatever, it's always like, well, I've talked to my best friend about this, but I've just talked her ear off about it, or I've talked to her about it every time we hang out for the last 2 years or whatever, like, and she's sick of hearing about it. And I know she's not, and she would never say that she is, but like there are times where I've just been like, I can't talk to her about my feelings right now because I'm sick of hearing my own self say these things. So I can only imagine how sick she is of it. So if you have that, if you have something like that, go ahead. You tell me, tell us in the comments. We'll be here for you. And the likelihood of it ever being traced back to you is very small. So like nobody's ever gonna, it's not like Facebook where like your comment will just pop up in somebody's feed. Like this is YouTube. Nobody's ever gonna find it. Nobody's ever gonna see it. If there's something you want to say that you want to keep private, this is a good place to do that. Yeah, there are times where I think that I'm like over things that have happened in my life, and I think like everything is good now. It's Gucci Tucci. I'm feeling better. I'm focusing on me. I'm having a good day. And then other times I'm like, oh damn, I'm not over that. That's still very ripe in my brain. And it's disappointing, you know, because you think like I should be over this by now. I can be over it. Like everybody says that like deep wounds and losses and stuff, like a breakup or whatever, like things like that, like a deep wound, they say that it takes 4 seasons or 1 year to fully get over it, because you hold on, just setting a cruise control, because you have to get through like every holiday and every time of the year and every birthday. You have to get through all of that to see the light, you know, and to start forming new habits. And so when I look at myself now and I'm like, oh my God, like I've had some deep wounds here for going on 2 years this spring, and it's just like I should be over it by now. But it's okay if you're not, bestie. If there's something else going on in your life that you're like, I should be over this, I should be not thinking about it anymore. It's okay if you're not. Or if you're not perfect, or if you sometimes doom scroll to make yourself even more sad. I get it. I get it. If you listen to a sad song that reminds you of that situation and you're like, I know this is going to make me sad, but I'm going to listen to it anyway. In fact, I'm going to listen to it on repeat 5 times after everybody else goes to bed and hurt myself a little bit. It makes sense to me. I mean, it's not right and it's not fair and you shouldn't do that to yourself, but what are you going to do? Anyway, that's probably way too niche, and everybody's like, Brooke, you're talking to yourself, and I know. Like, but maybe somebody else needs to hear it too. You never know. You never ever know. Sometimes I feel the need to, like, people who believe in God and stuff, they say, like, it's on my heart, or like Jesus put this on my heart to say, or, you know, God told me, like, to say that, whatever they say, like different things like that. I don't know what I believe, as you guys know, but I do believe that sometimes things are put on my heart, as they say, to say because somebody really needs to hear it. Sometimes I get like a little pitter patter in my stomach where it's like, oh yep, somebody just received that, somebody needed to hear that. I love you guys. You matter. Just so you know, you matter, and your feelings matter, and they're valid no matter how long you've had them, no matter how, if they seem super disproportionate to like what actually happened, and you're like, oh my God, like this is just so over, like this is what's the word I'm looking for, it's just too much for such a little thing. It's not. You can feel too much sometimes, and it's just enough. It's exactly what you're supposed to be feeling. I know this isn't good advice. I should be saying things like, oh, it's okay to feel sad, but you can't live there, you know, and all that other good advice. But sometimes the fact of the matter is you just can't follow that good advice. You just can't. You just gotta feel things in your heart. Just let it happen, however it's supposed to happen. There are just certain things happening I won't get into right now, but there are just certain things happening that are making me think, like, long for, it doesn't matter, but yeah, sometimes wounds can be healed and scabbed over, and you can be like, oh sweet, a scar is about to form, so it'll always be there, but at least it won't be so tender. And then something can happen and it can rip that scab off, and you're like, oh shit, now I have to start all over. So that's okay too. I hope you got something out, even if it was just, hey, I'm so happy about this, I'm so proud of myself for this has really been stressing me out, but I powered through it. Like, whatever you needed to tell me. You didn't have to tell me something bad. You could have told me whatever you wanted. I'm just here to listen. You guys always listen to me complain and rant and rave and talk and chat, talk out my ass. You guys always let me do that, so I have to let you do it every once in a while, you know. Oh, that's funny, this Quick Trip QT billboard says we're in our croissant era. That's cute. I love that. I love that. Just one sec, let me just take a breath. Oh, and a burp. Take a breath and a burp, whatever you need to do. I'm so burpy right now. Da 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 da. I love that Jonas Brothers song. CJ really likes it, so he plays it all the time. But it's that one about like smoking the reefer, where it's like, light me up. I can't sing right now because of my voice, but twist me something strong, make it da da da, make that da da da. It's a good song. I love the Jonas Brothers. I think they just make such good, happy music, you know? Just makes you want to dance and sing and smile. They don't make sad songs. I would love to hear a good sad ballad from them, but that's because I'm a good sad person. So I love a good sad song. Sorry, bestie. Excuse me. I'm just gonna get over here into another lane. by the way, at home right now, because here it's 33 degrees in Georgia. And I was like, what? Like, if it's 33 degrees, how cold is it at home? And I looked, and my favorite donut place, my favorite food place in general, Old Abe Coffee Company in Rochester, is closed today. And it said, we do not want to freeze to death. And I was like, freeze to death? Like, how cold is it that they would be closed? And I looked it up, and it's -9 real temperature, -30 real feel, like, which is what it actually feels like, is -30 with the wind chill. So we are officially in winter in Minnesota. Thank God. It's about time. Like, I know that's cold and miserable and all of that, but for real, like, we've been waiting and waiting for real winter, and it sounds like it's actually there. It's finally arrived. So that's good. We are driving toward the negatives, and that's Fahrenheit, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know. -30 Fahrenheit and -9 Fahrenheit. So now we just need some snow. Some snow. We don't need any ice. We're gonna get some, but we don't need any of that. We just need some snow, for goodness sakes. Give us something to live for. I mean, it will come. But the thing is, too, about Minnesota is that we get so much snow in, like, November and December usually. And then it kind of, like, melts a little bit, and then it turns brown and just yucky. And then the entire month of January and February, it's just brown and gross and, like, shitty. But the cool news is we haven't gotten any snow, so it should be like a fresh white blanket of snow in February. So it's not going to be that, like, yucky, gray, brown, sad, sludgy. Like, it should be, if we get some snow, like a really beautiful, nice layer. So it shouldn't be too miserable. Although we probably won't be in town most of February, but still. Yeah, I am excited to get home, get back in my routine, get into a new routine, clean up, do some deep cleaning, and then get out of town and lose my routine all over again. No, but I do want to start going to the gym and use the facility, because there's a facility with a gym right on the property that we are staying at in Florida. And so I would like to utilize that gym at least a couple times while we're on vacation. Although I won't need it, because I'll be walking around Disney World for a couple days. But at least on the days that we don't go to Disney, I would like to just walk on the treadmill, you know, after everybody goes to sleep or something, and just move my body. It's felt really good. I did that again last night while I was waiting for my laundry. I started laundry at like 11:30, and then it had a half an hour wash cycle. And while it was on the wash cycle, I went down to the gym and just walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Then I went up and changed over the laundry to the dryer, and then it was a 60-minute cycle. So yeah. All right, we've officially been driving for 1 hour. 1 hour. And if we make it through right now without having to PEE, then hopefully we can make it at least like 2.5 hours before we have to stop. That'd be great. But usually right around this time is when somebody says, I gotta go. But yeah. So, And then Rosie should have like a birthday party for her, at least for her grandparents and stuff, like for her family. She should have a birthday party. I don't know when that's going to be though. But I need to start planning that too, because the time is getting down there. It's getting down there to when I have to start doing that. And I was waiting on some stuff from Temu, like all of our clothes and stuff that I bought for Disney. They were like, oh, sorry, it hasn't shipped yet, because like supply, we didn't have as much supply as we thought or something like that. And so it took like 4 days longer to ship. And I was like, this is stuff that I literally only bought for Disney World. This is exactly like what I need for Disney. If it doesn't come, like I will be so upset. And it finally shipped, not last night, but the night before. I got the notification that it shipped. So I'm just really hoping it arrives in time. Really, really hoping. I mean, if not, it's still stuff that we'll use. I mean, kind of, like, but other stuff, it's just like, we only bought that because we were going to Disney World, you know? And I'll return it if I have to. I know they have a really great return policy, so I will return it if I have to. I just don't want to go through the trouble. You dig? And I feel like most of the time Temu doesn't want to go through the trouble either. So they always just like, they're always just like, yeah, you don't have to return it. We'll just give you a refund, you know? Which I definitely appreciate. I appreciate that. I also recently found out that they have a price adjustment thing where in the first 30 days after you place an order, you can go back and check and see if like any of the items that you purchased have gone down in price, and like if they're selling for a better deal, and it'll tell you like every item that went down in price, and then you can get a price adjustment for free, and they'll send you a refund. Sorry, excuse my voice. But they'll send you a refund for that like amount of money that you would have saved. Yes. So like if you had ordered it later. So I've gotten at least like in the last 4 orders that I've purchased from Temu, I think I've gotten at least like $45 back. And it's like Temu credit, so it's not like real money, but it is like if you buy it, if you use it. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that they did that. I mean, I had heard that they do a price adjustment, but I didn't know exactly what that meant. But I thought that was a pretty cool feature. I mean, obviously you guys know how I feel. F Temu. Don't support it. Don't support Amazon. Don't support any of that if you can. Like if you can shop small, if you can shop local, do that. Screw all of those big corporations. But if you gotta do what you gotta do, there's no shame in that to me. So do what you gotta do. And I ordered some clothing from Temu, like some shirts and stuff that I'm really excited about, some pants that I'm really excited about, and I hope they fit so much, just so I'm more comfortable and stuff as I'm going into this new healthier era, and my body's going to be changing and everything. I'm just hoping that these clothes will fit me now and give me something to wear in the meantime. It's just some cute shirts and some really baggy pants. Really, really baggy jeans and cargo pants and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, and I just realized I have a Valentine's Day party that I was going to host. I am going to have to not do that because I think I will be out of town. So I'm going to have to cancel that. That's a bummer, but it's also good because there have been so many times that I've been like about to buy things for it, like cups or napkins or souvenirs or decorations or prizes for my guests and stuff, but I haven't bought anything. And now I'm really glad because I just realized that I'm not going to be in town. So, yeah. Thank you for reminding me, bestie. I'm going to have to give that a cancel Rooney Nooney. Cancel Rooney Nooney. Can't talk, so everything sounds like like muffled. Like I'm a sick person on a cartoon. Or a really nerdy person. Excuse me, teacher. I thought the answer was 17. Oh, why look at that. You're right. I know. A+. What license plate is that? That's really cool. I've never seen one like that. Is it Tennessee? It's got like a really pretty sunshine on it, but I can't read the name. Huh. It looks like the picture of paradise that they have on Chicken Run, where, you know, like they have the poster of paradise where it's just like the sunshine on the fields and like no cages, and they're like, this is what's out there beyond the fence. That's what it looks like, but on a license plate. It's very pretty. Yeah, see, it says speed detected by something devices. I don't know. Either way, I am not speeding. All these people around me, they can speed. They can go right ahead. I'm going to set my speedometer to 4 miles per hour over, no matter what the speed limit is. So I'm going a little bit faster, but not too fast. I'm just going to go. And if these sillies want to get pulled over around me, that is not my business. That is not for me to say. I'm not. There's a Alatoona road coming up, and I keep seeing signs for Alatoona, and it reminds me of this true crime case. You guys are gonna have to remind me what it is, but it's a true crime case where he goes into the, what is it called, something tuna de luna, spicy tuna de luna, something tuna, I don't know, tuna's in the name, and he goes into this bar called like the Spicy Tuna or the Tuna de Luna or something, I don't know. And he goes into this bar and he's never seen coming out, and he disappeared and nobody ever figured out what happened to him. But people think that he was taken out the back way and like buried amongst like construction, in a construction zone, and it was never found. I think that's what happened there, because like they combed through the security footage trying to find him, and he never came back out. I think it's the Spicy Tuna or something, the Spicy Tuna de Luna. But anyway, I could be totally wrong about that. But it's a bar with the word tuna in it. That's all I know. If you guys have ever heard that true crime case, there's a YouTuber who used to make true crime, and I forget what her name is, but she used to do true crime. I've talked about her before, I'm sure. But her thing was the darkness always matters. And that was like what she would always say. She would be like, something, Oh yeah, that was her series. Like, it was called Dark Matters, which is what, when she would do like true crime, it would be called like Dark Matters episode number 17 or whatever. She would be like, thank you for taking the time with me today to talk about these dark matters, and remember that the darkness always matters. See, like this guy, he's going 90 miles an hour in an SUV. Come on. Somebody pull him over. I'm over it. Shoot, what was her name? I'm not gonna remember, I don't think. It was a really pretty name, but she decided to stop doing true crime. If I recall correctly, it was because it really started weighing on her that, like, it just didn't feel right. Oh, now this person's going off the road. What is going on there? Good God. It just didn't feel right for her anymore to do true crime, and she thought that, like, there was something wrong about, like, sensationalizing it. Or not sensationalizing, but just, like, dramatizing it for a YouTube video. She thought it was wrong, and it just started to feel bad for her. And so she ended up not only stepping away from YouTube and not posting on there anymore, which would have been fine, but everyone was like, please leave your videos up, please leave your videos up. And she was like, no, and she deleted every single video. And now she, like, doesn't exist on YouTube anymore. And she had hundreds of thousands of subscribers, if I recall correctly. She's probably making really good money, because at the time, that was before, like, the adpocalypse of 2016 or whatever it was, and 2018, back when YouTubers made pretty good money. And she just stepped away from it. She was like, nope, doesn't feel right. And honestly, I really respect that. But she had really good videos, and somebody has re-uploaded them, and I'll be honest, I do go back and watch them every once in a while. Even though it's wrong to, like, re-upload somebody's videos who doesn't want their videos up anymore. That's not right. But I still watch them every once in a while. I'll give it a rewatch. Is it the Tipsy Tuna DeLuna? What is it? It's in Florida. I think it's a bar in like the Florida Keys or in Key West or something. Let me see if I can ask CJ to look it up. He's asleep, but I really want to know. Maybe no, I'll let him sleep, right? Should I let him sleep or no? I'll let him sleep. That was a really tough battle that I just fought in my head. One person on my shoulder was like, wake him up. And the other person on my shoulder was like, oh, but look how peaceful. You don't need to know that information right now. And the other side was just like, screw him. Wake him up. You need to know what the bar is called. Sorry about that, bestie. Anywho, it's really gonna bug me though. It really is. Maybe I'll ask Siri. No, Siri wouldn't know. She'd be like, not while you're driving. Well, my Siri's a boy. My Siri's an Australian boy. So he'd be like, no, I can't give you that information while you're driving. And I'd be like, damn. Watch, I literally have the name right anyway, so it's like the Spicy Tuna DeLuna. The DeLuna part is what's throwing me off, is because it's like, that's not a real word. But, well, DeLuna, wouldn't that be like the moon in Spanish or something? DeLuna? Because I know Luna is the name, is moon, right? I don't know. I'm just going off my Bear in the Big Blue House knowledge. Don't ask me shit. Don't ask me shit. We had continental breakfast this morning, and I grabbed some scrambled eggs with a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese on there, sprinkled on top, and then I grabbed one turkey sausage patty, and I gave that to Passport. So she had a nice little treat this morning for breakfast. Oh, excuse me, which she definitely deserved. She's been such a good girl. I had 2 pieces of cinnamon raisin toast with some cream cheese that I brought. And I had a coffee and some water, and that's it. Rosie had a little bit of cereal, but she didn't like it. And she had some pineapple, some apple, some banana. Roadwork next 22 miles. Are you on crack? It's crazy. Oh, and you guys better believe if I stop by an antique store, if there's like a billboard that says antiques coming right up, next exit, I'm getting off. I'm going. Ain't nobody in this car can stop me because one of them's sleeping and the other one is not my boss. Even though she thinks she is. I'm the boss. Sorry about the sniffles and the everything about my voice. I have to blow my nose soon. I do. What should I title this video, huh? What should I title this video? I don't know. I don't even remember what I talked about. What did I say? Bestie, why do you let me forget these things? I don't remember. I don't remember anything I've said the last 42 minutes and 28, 29, 31 seconds. But I do need a sipperoonie of my coffee, which you're sitting on right now, so I can't really do that. But I would like a good sipperoo of my beveroo. I would. Yeah, this was definitely an unexpected trip. I tell you what, this just came out of nowhere and it just lasted forever. It'll be good to get home. I'm happy we're going home. Gonna take a little break from spending money when we get home. Take a little break until Disney World. It won't be long. It won't be a long break, but it'll be a good 2 weeks. I just want to do a no spend challenge. I'm just not spending any money for a little bit, except for on groceries and stuff. But other than that, just essentials and not buying anything from eBay or Mercari or Facebook Marketplace. I know. Mom? Yeah? Can I have some more juice? Yes, baby. I told her she had to be chill about the amount of juice that she had, because if she chugged it all in the first 10 minutes, then she would have to pee right away. So she's being really cool about the juice. She's being chill as a cucumber about the juice. CJ's snoring. Can you hear him? I hope you can hear me. I do. Yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll cut it off here so I can blow my nose and take a sip of my coffee, which is very cold by now, but that's okay. Just sit for a minute and regroup. My leg is starting to hurt from sitting on it. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope this vlog made you feel a little bit better about everything going on, or that you at least got to tell somebody something that you're super excited about, or whatever you told me. Thank you for being open and sharing that. And I will chat at you later, as my fiance says. Chat at you later. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I look forward to the next time that we get to talk. It always makes my day. It makes me feel so much better. So thank you, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Love you.